Hey guys, and welcome back to Castle Crush, and today we are going to be trying to create a giant Wraith here in Storm mode. So the Wraith is one of the newest cards in Castle Crush, and its ability, of course, is to avoid the effects of most spell cards. So, you know, arrows, inferno, whatever, it won't be affected by it. And that is what we're working with here, but it also does a lot of damage, much like a shaman. So if you put it behind something, you can see here I've got these statues going, and that's very, very effective. Now, this is very tricky because I don't want to win this match too quickly, even if I am doing well, and it can be very easy to accidentally do that. This one was tough because my opponent is rushing, as people are in many of these matches. They're rushing, and I have a good selection of cards to hold them off with, but it means I can't really drag out the match that long, even if I wanted to. 2 gusts of wind, though, is pretty much plenty of time to work with. They really helped me out right there, because if they had swapped the other lane, probably wouldn't have had this chance here in this match. But tricky here, you know, I mean, going against opponents who are not working with me, but, you know, the Wrath here is getting really, really huge. I still have 2 blizzards, 2 gusts of wind, and a jester, which delayed them like 1 hit. And I had to blow them back there because of the ranged attack. And unfortunately, I have to waste blizzard there. I ended up accidentally one-shotting them because I didn't even know. But that was a huge Wrath right there. And like I said, it does a lot of damage, and that's why I ended up accidentally one-shotting them. But that was a pretty big Wrath, pretty giant one here, and again, another very challenging sort of match because my opponents, a lot of these matches, surprisingly, they're rushing here in Storm mode. That seems to be a popular thing to do. And I have a good-sized Wrath there, but I needed something in front of it. That's yet another match where I guess they couldn't have swapped into me because they're already past me, but like, it would have totally messed up my strategy, though, if they had swapped into my lane, so I was very lucky they didn't. And another match where we managed to finish them off. And it's pretty interesting because the Wrath, I mean, it looks like a weak card, but it's really all I need to win with a giant growth and just giving it some time. Look at this, though. I thought the skeletons wouldn't go down in 2 arrows, but luckily they did. I guess they hadn't gotten quite strong enough to surpass 2 sets of arrows. And it looks like I'm going to lose this one, but as you can see, I have a number of cards up my sleeve here. I couldn't play the spiked statue because it was going to take the Reaper with the protection on at least a handful of hits. You can see there it was only going to maybe take out the Reaper on the final hit or get it to like half health, so I had to use the Gust of Wind. And if we pick up another win there. And again, same setup as I've been using in all my other decks, really. Put the statue in front, the Wrath behind, because it's really, you know, they can't clear the Wrath with spells, and they can't clear it with troops because I have the statue in front of it. So it's pretty funny how that works. I was about to lose this match here because of those jesters, so I had to make some moves, and then, yeah. Wrath does a lot of damage, especially if you let it grow or use a giant growth on it, or play Rage with it, which I wasn't using in this deck, and the reason why is because I was trying to get the Wrath as large as possible, and obviously Rage was going to shorten the match, so that's why I didn't use Rage. This one right here, they get a good stack going, and I'm just like thinking, how can I delay them? But I have plenty of cards to delay them with. Although, see, because they swapped into my lane here, now I can't really... If they'd stayed in my lane, I couldn't have used the Gust of Wind. So they helped me out right there by swapping lanes again. I mean, my opponents haven't realized it, but they actually help me out when they do that for this particular type of match. And, yeah, just delayed them long enough. So, one last match here. I know this is a short video, but these were short matches, guys. Short matches, I just thought it was kind of a cool thing. I didn't really feel like I could necessarily do like a giant, largest Wrath ever, so I don't know. I just tried to do a giant wrath, and only got like 2 giant growths on it, but like every single match I was able to do anything with it. My opponent was rushing me, I felt like. So, you know, I just couldn't make it go on for that long. Maybe I'll do like a friendly match at some point where we're able to see what a really giant wrath looks like, but this was what like a realistic giant wrath looks like. So, pretty cool though. I mean, the main thing about a giant wrath is it does a ton of damage. Kind of like a giant shaman. I mean, it really brings the damage. And this match, again, I was in tough shape, but I really just had the cards I needed, and they couldn't seem to stop my wrath. They couldn't do anything, and that really wraps it up right there. So leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comments about this video and what other types of content I should create. Maybe subscribe if you're new to my channel. And thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos.